Hey, John here from Very Private Training again. I'm going to be here pretty much every night this week, just going through different subjects. And tonight I'm going to be telling you all about some diet scams, stuff that I see, probably you see as well every day on Facebook, but perhaps don't realise what's going on with it. So we're going to save you some money tonight and stop you buying into some of this rubbish that's going on. Now, whilst I'm waiting for people to join, I'll tell you, because there's loads of stuff coming up. I have to make some notes tonight because it's been a bit of a day at the hospital with my daughter Amy, who you've seen in some of these before. But anyway, there's loads coming up with regards to Very Private Training. We've got still available on the page, if you look a few posts down, we've got our free November recipe ideas, so please just go ahead and grab those, absolutely free. I'm putting up probably tomorrow a link to, and this is really for those people who are thinking, yeah, I just want some information for now, I don't want to make any sort of commitment, but come January I absolutely really want to smash this. So we are doing again our really successful free taster week, where you can come along and just see exactly what we do for free, no obligation, just come and have a go. That's our January Jumpstart free taster week, and there will be an option to just register your interest for that. Obviously no cost, just so that once we make the place available, you're going to be the first to know and you can jump on that. And also I think today as well, just link to this video, so anyone that watches this but till the end of the week, if you comment, like and share the video, message the page, I will do you a big discount on our drop to size home challenge, which is 8 weeks. It should be over £200. We did an early bird at 147. I'm going to do this less than £100 for the 8-week drop to size challenge. But obviously you need to comment, like and share that this video, and then give me a shout and I will hook you up with that one. So anyway, let's talk about diet scams. If you're watching this, please click like, say hi, just so I know that you're joining us, and it will share a bit of it will share the video around so more people get to see this. Right, so the first one we're going to talk about is hi Melissa. Right, one of my absolute favourites, and this is if somebody who's selling a diet claims that what they're doing will remove or help your body remove toxins, it will detox you, it will cleanse you. You see this with a lot of juicing, to be honest. It helps your body detox. Right, first of all, if somebody does this, I want you to make me a promise that if you see somebody doing this, I want you to ask them which toxins. Alright, so if they're saying, I'm an expert in nutrition, this is going to help your body rid itself of toxins, ask them which ones, because I sure as hell don't know. Alright, this is absolute rubbish. This is not how your body works. There is nothing you're going to put into it which is going to have some massive detoxing effect. This is purely what your renal system is for. So your kidneys and your liver do all this perfectly well without you drinking ridiculous smoothies that cost a fiver. Yeah, it doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. So don't get pulled into people who are selling diets that tell you that it's going to rid you of toxins, and then call them out on it. Which toxins? The same again, I touched on this on my last video that I mentioned an alkalizing diet, and people would tend to say the same sort of things, that you're going to put in alkalizing foods, and the big argument is that cancer can't survive in an acidic body. And again, this is just not how your body works. There is no food that you can eat that is going to alter the pH level of your body in any way, shape or form. Even have a look at Cancer Research UK, and they will back all of that up. It's just absolute rubbish. So don't fall for it. So we've got toxins, or ridding yourself of toxins. We've got detox, we've got cleanses. We've got the vast majority of juicing. Juicing is just a way to get a few more fruits and veg into your diet. There's no magic. It's no magic bullet. It can be extremely high in calories if you do it wrong. So don't think it's some magic solution to anything. My next one is a really, really common one, quite a contentious one as well. I want to talk to you about genetically modified foods. So if you're watching this either now or later, should you be eating organic? Yeah? Should you? I'm going to put, once I finish this, a link to an article which was written by somebody a lot brighter than me. I'm going to just go through the top 10 misconceptions when it comes to genetically modified foods against organic foods. So again, somebody says, oh, you should be going for organic foods. You need to ask them why. All right, so always call these people out. If somebody says they're an expert at something, call them out. Right, there's a big difference between the lab-developed genetic foods and the sort of organic foods we have at the moment. And what you have to bear in mind is that the food which you are calling organic has also been genetically modified. However, it's just not been done in a lab. It's just been modified by farmers so that it's a more pest resilient strain, it's a larger strain, it's got a bigger yield, whatever. It's been genetically modified. It's not the same as it was 100 years ago because it's been modified. Is that in any way better than something that's been changed in a lab? Well, no. The article I'll post later on can actually show you that that's technically worse. Right, next one. Genetically modified foods aren't tested. In fact, they go through over 10 years worth of testing to make sure they're safe for human consumption. Next one. The pesticides used are way worse than older pesticides. And again, absolutely not. In fact, the pesticides which are used on genetically modified foods, which are sold with the crops themselves, are probably less harmful than things like table salt that you would take any day and not really worry that much about. So, again, read through all of this and actually compare this to the type of pesticides that were used in organic farming or used farming, 40, 50 years ago. They were talking using sulfuric acid and arsenic as pesticides. So that again doesn't stack up. There's one about farmers facing lawsuits if the seeds aren't genetically modified. There is, let's move on. Genetically modified foods are killing bees. Nope. They can cause health problems. And again, the article I'm going to post later on just kind of gives you the reasons why that's absolutely false. They don't cause cancer at all. And it goes back to the study which people are kind of citing to prove this. So again, absolutely health-wise, no problem with genetically modified foods. Genetically modified foods make you fat? Nope. Increased pesticide usage, which is one that I hear all the time. So genetically modified foods use way more pesticide. Now, the studies actually show that when you analyse it, because of the use of now genetically modified crops, pesticide use is 37% less. So, everything on the market is genetically modified. No, again, apparently there's only 8 products on the market. So, okay, right. So I'm not going to go too much into that. You can read that article. It's really well written. It's quite funny as well, actually. So give that one a go once we've finished. So that's genetically modified food versus organic. So if somebody is selling you a diet and they're saying you really should be going for organic foods, ask them why, and then you've got this article to back it up because it's absolute rubbish. My next one is going to be with regards to people who are telling you to cut out entire food groups from your diet for no good reason whatsoever. So this could be gluten, it could be dairy, it could be sugar. You've got to ask people, why have you got to do this? Why take gluten out of your diet if you're not celiac? Again, there is no evidence to suggest that you should be doing this. And go back to one of my previous live broadcasts where I talked about this and the fact that it could well not be a gluten issue, it could be a FODMAP issue, which is contained within a lot of products. But don't just take someone's word for it without going to see a proper registered dietitian and be tested properly to see if you're celiac, if you suffer from celiac disease. That's the only reason you need to take gluten out of your diet. Dairy, again, you need to go and be diagnosed properly. Don't just take dairy out of your diet. You see loads of this. Oh, well, it really worked when people took out gluten and dairy and sugar from the diet. Well, of course it did. You're probably on about 400 calories a day. You know what? Of course you're going to lose weight. Same again with sugar. There's no one thing which is making you fat with the exception of eating too many calories. So it doesn't matter where the sugars come from, whether it's white processed sugar or medjool dates or whatever that everyone raves about as being perfect and natural and this sort of thing. It doesn't matter. Different sugars will release at different rates for sure. And if you're an athlete, then you'd want to sort of time and use that in an effective way. But general people wanting to lose weight, there is no one thing that's really evil that's going to be causing it. It's just whatever you're having that's taking you over the total number of calories you need. So I'm not going to hammer on too much about the sort of scientific side of why you shouldn't be. It's perfectly okay to have dairy and sugar and gluten. The other one you see quite a lot is caffeine. Cut caffeine out of your diet. First of all, hell no. There will be people getting killed if I started doing that sort of thing. Caffeine is one of the few supplements that is proven to raise your metabolism and actually help with more effective training and perhaps a little bit more fat loss. So if you don't have issues with sleep and stress, then there are no problems whatsoever with caffeine. And again, if someone's saying cut this out of your diet, why? So let's just run through that again one more time. And if you've watched this and you see somebody flogging a diet or a system or a formula, you need to ask them why they want you to take these things out or how that works. And I bet you they cannot answer. So that's removing toxins. Yeah? Which toxins? And how on earth is this going to help? Yeah? Juicing. Is someone suggesting they should be juicing for some sort of miracle cure? Genetically modified foods against organic. No, again, there isn't. The evidence actually goes the other way with that one. Removing entire food groups from your diet. Why? Unless there's a medical reason, no, you shouldn't do it. And that's gluten, dairy, sugar, whatever. Caffeine. No problems. Alkalizing diets. Need to get these to back it up. Just been asked, it says it's come from the page itself, but it's actually Mel asking this, thoughts on paleo. And the paleo diet, hello to all the CrossFitters out there. I think the paleo diet is flawed in several ways because it's telling you you can't have certain food groups because it wasn't around at the Paleolithic time. Now, you know I just mentioned about genetically modified foods and how products are kind of naturally the farmers would genetically modify foods over the course of years. The DNA of the products that we have now are nothing like the DNA that was around in the Paleolithic era. Also, it's saying that, well, Paleolithic man lived longer and didn't have these health problems. Again, is that true? I don't think so. So the paleo diet is really massively flawed, and it's a bit of a cop-out, and it's a one-size-fits-all diet, which isn't the way forwards. What do antioxidants actually do? Not a vast amount. They're probably just quite expensive. So you see a lot of these things like berries and raspberry ketones and this sort of thing. It's absolutely fine. It's just there's going to be some nutrient benefit with these sort of things, but if you want raspberry ketones, eat raspberries. That's kind of the point. It's, you know, people are thinking these sort of things. Same with superfoods. There's nothing super about it. It's just rich in nutrients that your body needs to function properly, and you should put them in there. But I mean, if anyone that's got kids, you'll find that kids can survive perfectly okay on chicken nuggets and chips. Certainly, if they're like my son. So it's just not something that you should be buying into as part of a diet plan. As part of a healthy lifestyle, absolutely, you know, you do need plenty of vegetables in there and some fruits. So, but there is no diet which is going to help your body massively rid itself of toxins. Are there any other questions whilst I'm on? Otherwise, I'm going to call it a night there. Just remember, chicken nuggets. Right, I'm going to talk to you about that. No, not chicken nuggets all the way. However, to say that somebody has to be clean eating all the time is ridiculous. If you absolutely love chicken nuggets and being able to fit those into your diet is going to help you stay on track, then there's just such a massive reason to do it. Same goes for alcohol, that if you can fit a couple of glasses of wine or a couple of whatever your drink of choice is in at the weekend and still stick within your calorie limits, then that is probably a healthy relationship with alcohol. Same goes with junk food, that a bit of junk food in your diet is not a major issue. It's, you know, it's certainly not going to kill you. To say, yeah, you've got to be clean eating all the time isn't going to happen. No one can stick to that. So, yeah, just a reminder that if you want to grab our free recipe ideas, which is all completely gluten-free and clean eating, then grab that. That's our November recipes. That's just on the Facebook page that you're watching this on now. If you want to register your interest for our free taste a week, our January Jumpstart week, that's going to go up tomorrow. So make sure you get on that. And if you want to get on for a ridiculously low price for our 8-week drop 2 size at home challenge, which is a load of workouts and the recipe books and everything, which we've just had one person today said she's lost a stone and a half plus on that one, then you need to like, comment and share, then give me a shout and I will hook you up with that one for less than £100, bearing in mind that is normally well over 200. So I'm going to call it a night, and if you think of any other questions, by all means put them on here and I will try and answer them later on. Alright,